세러데이 쇼다운 T1 대 젠지 또 너냐?
Leading to a good jungle pick. We'll see if they opt for that here. They might just go in a different direction.
There we go. All right. Riddle me this: is Poppy Kai'Sa a good lane? Delight, do it. Just Brad.
I think
when in doubt, Brad.
So I think the Ashe Braum makes sense in the theory that you're going up against a Kai'Sa who wants to be paired with engaged support, but if you're going to do this, I would have much preferred you to ban the Rakan, as it's very comfortable picking the Braum. It's very hard to stack up the Braum passive on the Rakan before he dashes out again. So bot lane matchup's fine this season, but we'll see if you can pull it together for this game.
Yep, and here we are under the Rift for game number 1.
The thing is, Gen G, if they can secure a high placement just in the regular season, makes their playoffs run easier, and they have so many championship points from Spring, even if they don't necessarily win in playoffs, get the whole thing, get the title, they'll still be in a very good chance to go to Worlds. If they come second, it's secured, so definitely want to get as many wins under the belt as possible and at least get in that top 2 spot and ideally finish out first, so they get the first round bye in the playoffs bracket. Now, Kale and Teddy doing a good job. If you're playing Ashe Braum, the level 1 is super potent.
Yeah, they are abusing it right now.
And we have
a little bit of damage back.
Approach velocity for Teddy. So whenever the Braum Q lands, you get some movement speed towards them. Whenever your own autos land,
it doesn't help you when you're running away.
Yep.
Which is what I do a lot of.
Oh my, look at this top lane matchup.
That is quite a large wave.
Fiddle just hit level 2. If they dive here, which, I mean, Poppy is so good in these situations, it'd be phenomenal, but it looks like there might be a match on the other side.
All right, there's the heroic charge, and unfortunately there is absolutely nothing they can do, but let's see whether this one works out for Willa. He's going to try his hand at it. That is a snare on to Pace. Kyle, he can't take up the turret for much longer. Delight's going to lock down that kill. It's going to be the second one for Gen G. They go 1 for 1 though, and Teddy is still alive. So theoretically, a win on the bottom lane for Liv Sandbox, but more of a win for Gen G top. Lots of engage potential for the Ashe, lots of vision control availability. Braum has got a door. Peanut, he's making his way forward as well as Chovy's committing, doesn't find the charm though. Looks like Closer won't even have to flash. Really nicely played here by the Liv Sandbox mid laner.
Yeah, such patience not to burn the summoner. Really well played there, because obviously the charm connects. You know that follow-up's coming in immediately, so Chovy not managing to land it there. But Peanut looking again.
This tech splash gets through the Emperor's Divide.
That
okay, that was pretty cute, I guess. Didn't know that was how that one worked.
One fun combo to play Renekton into getting the
okay, Closer misses the Emperor's Divide. This charm is going to land from Chovy. Taking matters into his own hands. Doesn't have a lot of mana left. Does still have a charge on that Spirit Rush, but not going to push it too much further against Closer.
Doran might be trying to slide in and make something happen here.
Well, he is going to press his Vault button. There's the flash out from Closer. Not going to risk anything with any shifting sands or anything like that. And Chovy's still waiting for Everfrost to be done as well.
Now we have double Shiv Gaming on the side of Gen G, so a lot of... Ooh.
Well, Peanut is, gonna find Willow. Let's see how he does. Not gonna be able to dash out of that one. The Keeper's Verdict comes down yet again, as now Peanut just wanting to finish him off. Not gonna find the next Q though. He flashes, the Buckler's going to land, and now Doran will turn up. That's gonna be a dead Crocodile. That charm is definitely gonna land, and Chovy gonna help out with this one. Peanut is just a monster. This game, from Bertle's perspective, is really sad. That sidestep, though, amazing. Does get charmed. Battle Dance comes in, not enough. Closer gets some revenge. Takes down Delight there. Really nicely played on this Azir. And honestly, Closer certainly has been a very positive point.
You kind of see like the Rakan Braum interaction.
There are a lot of birds this game. Arrow going to connect. There's a cleanse as Pays. Killer Instinct kicks in, and Teddy's in trouble. He's running away. Willa's going to make his way in, but it's not enough. Doran, he's everywhere this game. Chovy's teleported forward. That's a couple of Spirit Rushes, and he's finished his Mythic. That means they're frosted all the time. Kyle gonna have to flash himself out of the way. They're still chasing, not quite able to lock down the kills, and Gen G will back away. Yeah, Bertle sliced over that wall, so won't have that mobility. as now they're looking for that flank angle. They do manage to break down the turret as Pays just going to get thrown back. He's been abandoned by the rest of his team. Will try to escape as there's a heroic charge. They take down the Kai'Sa, though. They trade 80 carries, and now Closer, he won't be able to avoid that grand entrance. Now he's going to be dead. Birtle is running for the hills. Birds, foxes, crocodiles, all the animals. Doran is going to... Oh, I was scared. I'm really glad Jonas Strong actually showed how dangerous that was.
A lot of that obviously is going to be in that top lane.
All right, Teddy in trouble, going to be caught as the charm moves over the door, and once again the Ashe is going to be taken down. He hasn't had an opportunity to flash twice now in these situations. Peanut going to heroically charge his way out of danger. That's a double kill now for Pays as Doran just swooping his way in to pick up the scraps at the end. Bird references aside, does kind of make some sense there, but Gen G just destroy Liv Sandbox. Outer turret going to fall. There's the flash over. Kyle going to be taken down. That is a very dead Quinn, though. I like the killer instinct there from Doran. It should probably make you feel better, as we're going to check out Jovi's perspective once again. The double stun with the Everfrost, making sure that the Unbreakable doesn't stop any return. And Renekton comes in, cannot really do anything after that moment. Gorgeously played here by Chovy, as now Liv Sandbox going for a desperation Baron. Quinn and Valor flying their way over as the Void Seeker is going to find this one out. Chovy dashing forward, finds the charm. Oh, the Keeper's Verdict comes down as well. That Braum is going to die. Closer gets a great ult. That is going to disengage it. But they still lose the Braum, and now it's probably Gen G's turn to head towards Baron if they'd like it. Still some Spirit Rush charges remaining here for Chovy. He'll utilize them. That'll help take down the Crocodile. Flashes everywhere. Killer Instinct, and Teddy just explodes. Jury's still out. Peanut clearing out vision. Liv Sandbox will find the Poppy. Steadfast presence says no to a lot, and he flashes away. So Teddy's going to die. Delight somehow grabs that kill. They do manage to get the Poppy in the end, but Kyle Chovy is just dancing around the battlefield. Willa trying his best to find some resets, but Pays is now so massive it's absurd.
Oh no.
And he doesn't have Killer Instinct, but basically Doran is Killer Instinct. He presses R and then flies to them very fast. Keep the stopwatch and turn that fiendish codex into whatever he might like. Doran just, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh dear. Yep, that is the Gale Force. That was so cool looking.
What can you even do? Do the same thing.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Oh no. Is he just going to do the same play again? Well, basically, there's the cleanser we were talking about. Not exactly fast enough on it. There was Doran in order to guarantee. As Chovy going to help take down Soul Point here. That's a lot of oceans. As Doran pressing a bunch of buttons here actually doesn't cancel the vault. A good idea in this particular case.
Sometimes you want to vault.
Exactly.
Closer actually going to get a tower in the top lane, but
there we go.
Meanwhile, you can see the wave being pushed in mid by Chovy. Gen G not really able to do much more with the spot wave. I think going to try and apply some pressure to the mid inhibitor turret. See if they can take it down.
Yep, Chovy going to usher that one in, and so it should mean that the base is broken. Should be able to grab this inhibitor as well. So far, Liv Sandbox have been defending relatively well as Chovy dives in. The arrow going to connect on top of him. He does go golden in time, though, as the knockups are pretty big, but that Emperor's Divide even bigger. Delight trying to get out. Chovy somehow survives, and now it's Pays on cleanup duty. Teddy can't do anything. The cleanse is somewhat late, but he's going to be able to stopwatch. And look at Kyle. He's like, I've got this door, but there's nothing he can do. Double knockup from Delight as well, as that is the pentakill in the end for Pays on his Kai'Sa. Oh, and Gen G will now just win the game. How did none of them die?
I don't even know. Even a game that doesn't feel like it's that much about Pays becomes about Pays.
Yeah.
All of a sudden. Yeah, pretty phenomenal game. We should have pitched this. It would have been great.
It's an absolute missed opportunity. So Pays gets a pentakill, but Doran still does the most damage in the game because he's Quinn and he was hitting a crocodile the entire time.
The amount of damage he did in lane as well is kind of insane.
Yeah. He did more than Peanut's damage in the laning phase.
Gen G should just take a top laner here. I mean, I think the Gragas would make sense. Obviously, Doran's really good in it.
Oh, okay.
Gangplank.
The Gangplank. I mean, this used to be something that did very well into Renekton.
Yeah, and it did get buffs on this patch. So back when Navori was super broken, they reduced the scaling on his barrel cooldown, because Navori meant you had infinite barrels anyway.
Yeah.
And we'll still presumably build Navori, which is pretty potent right now, so...
That means you can't build Trinity Force Navori, though. Oh, yeah, it might be just the Shiv adaptation towards the bottom lane instead. Kind of cool. See where he does go. Let's jump onto the Rift for game 2.
I think if you can get a stacked wave, top is very diveable with Renekton and the headbutt into the wall. We also saw what Poppy can do in general inside lanes, so hopefully looking towards that. Nice little bit of poke on Chovy should help close her out in this mid lane matchup, but I don't expect it to go too different from game 1.
Yeah. And Chovy doesn't land all of the Fox's fire onto Closer. Pretty sure that's how you say that. Yeah, and there is the headbutt pole. Pulls it out immediately. Light not going to be too worried and does hook back Kyle. Oh dear, Pay's chasing him down. There's the flash. Does he have another one? He's looking for it. Teddy gets in front of Kyle. Make sure that he can eat up as much of that Acathian Rain as he can. So already so many summoner spells blown in this bottom lane. The heal needed to keep Kyle alive. He needing to flash away lane when it comes to Ezreal Alistar in the past, as Pay's going to be standing his ground. Peanut was in position and Kyle does not have a flash available. The bait was set and the trap was sprung. Willow not going to be able to get here in time.
Ample opportunity to look for it.
Yeah, Doran seeing whether he can trial by fire someone. Not exactly eating oranges and isn't exactly K, as we can see, but Peanut is in position. Another parlay is asked for and Bertle's like, yes please, parlay sounds great. I would prefer to parlay. As Doran eats some oranges and says, no Ruthless Predator for you. As Closer, actually manages to avoid everything, conquering Sands as well to win out this trade. Definitely. And we mentioned that Closer, very, very good on this Azir, demonstrating that once again. And Willer is going to contest here for the moment. Hook is going to connect. Steadfast Presence going to be there to deny it, though he takes a lot of damage. It's Peanut gonna have to flash away. Cannon Barrage not exactly doing very much as Teddy locks down the kill onto Peanut. Now Pays is in trouble. He will be taken down. Closer eventually falls, but so many on Gen G have been taken down. That's the headbutt. Pulverize, and Delight should not make it out to safety, and he will not. Kyle just gonna hoof him in the back of the head. And the gold very, very close, to be honest, as Cease and Desist going to come down. Closer, I believe, is just dead, yeah. Sometimes you just stand in front of the Azir and he does nothing.
Yep, so hard with no flash, with no ultimate. It's actually very soon coming off cooldown.
Had too much vision, so it was very close considering that. Pays goes back, gets his static shivers. Now Bertle gonna have to Dominus. There's the Cannon Barrage. Death's Daughter coming on through. There's the flash, and Doran picks up the solo. He's making handbags up here. What just happened there? As Doran is now kind of massive. Tribut, look at how much that, isn't it silly? It's always been silly and it bothers me every time. The Gangplank passive, that burn, it's just a lot to deal with. And this is what we were talking about, because now Bertle wants it. He feels like it's like, can I have game 1 back? But the next one is ready for the taking. They can get there in a minute and a bit. As Voltbreaker is going to connect there over the wall, as Peanut looking for one, but Willer is going to turn up. There is the Cannon Barrage, and Peanut will solidify the kill. Really nicely done, just following him over with the Cease and Desist. Try and do it when Gangplank isn't there. As Bertle is just trying to enjoy some League of Legends. Gen G. Yeah, no, it's I don't even want to. I don't want to. I'm not commentating. I'm not commentating. I'm not doing it. I refuse. Oh yeah, I didn't actually see how much gold he was actually sitting on. Is okay. Cease and Desist onto Teddy. There's the Cannon Barrage. Teddy just explodes.
Oh, what a flash.
I think he was there for a second, and then he was. And Voltbreaker is going to stop this one as I think Closer turned up, but then immediately died. A double kill here for Pays. As Kyle going to be the next one to go down. The Void Seeker has sought what it wanted to find, and Gen G will also collect themselves this inner turret. And Siege minions are set up. Peanut just hanging out, standing here. Kind of glad probably he didn't come to Low Park because he wasn't here for very long. If this is where the game is going to end. Hook going to connect, but the wall gets in the way. The stopwatch is going to be there though. Oh my god, the burst damage is absurd, but still, they are going to be able to take down the Nautilus, and now the Killer Instincts flies forward. More multi-kills here. It's a quad. He's going to get back-to-back pentas. The answer's no, because he's dead. And that is going to be the finisher. Doran gets a 4 of a kind's okay there, Pace. Don't you worry about it. This Nexus not long for the world, and I have a feeling there's a certain pirate in my POGs. And honestly, Gen G in pretty high spirits after finishing the first round robin of Summer undefeated.
Hey, you know, last game when I said about the crazy damage in lane, Thorin just kind of done it again.
What? Is that like 8,000 damage in lane?
Yeah.